And good evening. Welcome to the beautiful Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Dar Danielson, I'm Lance Reno. In just a minute or two, we'll have the matchup between Algona and Davenport Assumption. Davenport Assumption, the number one seeded team with a record of 38-2. Algona 17-10, and it's their first ever state tournament appearance
for Algona.
Algona.
We've got the team looking to become a three-time defending champion against a team who's first here in first appearance in the tournament. So it's one of those ones where you see that now and then, and a big task ahead of Algona, but it's not. You're here. It's not impossible.
We're watching, and you will be watching right now the pregame conference with the coaches and the umpires. And this is our Girls State Tournament coverage on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. We'll be back to take a look at the starting lineups as they're introduced in just a little bit from Harlan Rogers Sports Complex.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce.
And we are back at Harlan Rogers Park. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Mid-American Energy Championship Network. Time now for the introduction of the starting lineups. First of all, for the Algona squad. They'll be the team dressed in red and black.
The loser of this game will play in the consolation round tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Dodger Diamond. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches. First of all, for the visitors from Algona. Number 1, Laura Wagner. Number 8, Brooklyn Helmers. Number 25, Addie Shaw. And number 35, Montgomery Hosu. The assistant coaches, Greg Wellman, Shelley Terhart, and Brooke Bunley. And here's your starting lineup. Leading off, playing third base, number 37, Alyssa Henches. Second in center field, number 24, Ashlyn Young. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 20, Cameron Etherington. Cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Nicole Schmidt. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 2, Lillian Etherington. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 21, Lily Elsbecker. Batting seventh, in left field, number 11, Abby Groen. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 4, Morgan Erpelding. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 5, Emma Elsbecker. And your right fielder flex position player, number 33, Mariah Knapp. Head coach for the Algona Bulldogs, Jackie Conley. And now, here's your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Davenport Assumption Catholic Knights. Number 4, Gracie Miller. Number 5, Bella Schlichting. Number 6, Lauren Loken. Number 10, Isabel Krugman. Number 20, Katie Anderson. Number 21, Lauren DiUlio. Number 32, Sydney Rowe. Number 39, Steph Gulacy. Number 44, Libby Madden. Your assistant coaches, Mike Ackerman, Caitlin Andreessen, Ashley Ackerman, and Hannah Kelly. Now here's your starting lineup for the Assumption Catholic Knights. Leading up and playing center field, number 22, Leah Nelson. Batting second at second base, number 2, Olivia Wardlow. Batting third at shortstop, number 35, Nicole Yoder. Batting fourth and doing the catching, number 36, Anna Wohlers. Batting fifth at first base, number 8, Grace Cheviak. Batting sixth at third base, number 34, Carly Salmon. Batting seventh and doing the pitching, number 41, Allie Timmons. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 17, Paige Madden. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 12, Emma Johnson. Your right fielder, flex position player, number 3, Aaron Ackerman. Head coach for the Assumption Catholic Knights, Ron Farrell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to the home plate area. Our umpires for this quarterfinal contest. At first base, Lanny Miller. At third base, Deirdre Moore. And calling the balls and strikes tonight, Tom Schurz. All right, who's ready for tournament softball?
Our starting lineups have been brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake, Iowa. Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. Schedule your visit today at bvu.edu. Dar, as we look at this matchup, you've got, as you mentioned a few moments ago, three-time defending champion Davenport Assumption against...
looking to be three-time defending.
Looking to be. It's always tough to come back and try to defend it a second time, if not a third time, because not all those defending champions make it back. Look at Des Moines Hoover did not make it back in their class.
Yep, Dallas Center, Grimes, Lisbon, Clear Creek, Kingsley, Pearson, and Ankeny, the only schools to win 3 consecutive softball crowns, so it's not as easy as it might seem. And Algona, you just got to come out and lay it out on the line. You know, you're here. It's your first time here. You made history already for being the first team here. Why not make history by knocking off the two-time defending state champions, you know?
I almost got you to say it, didn't I?
Yep.
When you take a look at these teams, getting rid of the tournament jitters first, whoever does that is more likely to be successful. When you look at Algona, team batting average of 295, Davenport Assumption 387.
Mid-American
Assumption
Energy and
has
you.
scored 340 runs on 425 hits. Algona, 212 hits for 145 runs. So Assumption has almost doubled the number of runs and hits on Algona, playing maybe a little stiffer schedule, level of competition. Who knows? When you get here, it's all even.
Yeah, and too, it can come down to that pitching and defense, you know, for these two teams. When you look at Cameron Etherington and what she's done on the season, she's got a 1.51 ERA, 203 strikeouts, 30 bases on balls against Allie Timmons, who has ERA
strikeouts.
of 1.18.
Wow.
You know, so, yeah, it
Microscopic.
yeah, you never know.
Okay. We get ready, and as Alicia Purchase steps in, the third baseman for Algona. 17 wins on the year as Allie Timmons brings the first pitch right at Dar. Fouled off.
And Henches is hitting 347 on the season.
Playing the defense, Salmon at third, Yoder at short, Wardlow at second, and Yevyak is the first baseman. Johnson, Nelson, and Ackerman are your outfielders for Assumption. Timmons brings the next pitch in. She is going to be like it would appear, and after watching her last year, she attacks the strike zone.
Yep. Goes right at the hitters.
And doesn't back off, so here we go with the 0-2 delivery. Went with a rise ball out of the zone. Ashlyn Young, center fielder, waits in the on-deck circle, studying the pattern that Timmons has put together out there.
Throwing in there, let Henches look at it. She didn't bite.
Here's the wind of the pitch. Up and out of the zone. Timmons has pitched Assumption to the two tournament championships back-to-back. Now, as a senior, that's kind of expected for her. Is that putting the unexpected pressure on Timmons?
I don't think so. No, you know, she's shown she can do it.
And she gets the first one on the strikeout called. One gone here in the first. First strikeout for Allie Timmons.
Sun kind of peeking out from behind the clouds a little bit there.
could be tough for the first baseman and the right fielder if the
Yeah.
ball is hit anywhere towards center.
Maybe even center, too, looking back over toward that way.
If it's hit to the left field side. This is Ashlyn Young, center fielder. Timmons gets her to chase one up and out of the zone on the rise ball. There are some trees out to the left of this diamond, Cougar Seeds field. Might get to the catcher as somewhat we get a little bit later into the evening. The second pitch swung on and missed. Timmons appears to be at the top of her game. The team very loose, overdoing a type of line dance before the dugout in front of the game. Timmons comes right back attacking.
And she's just, as you said, going right at the hitters here. And now she'll face her counterpart.
Cameron Etherington.
She's hitting .405 on the season.
She'll step in. 2 up, 2 down. So far here in the top of the first for Algona. The wind and the pitch. Timmons goes up and away. Nicole Schmidt, shortstop, waiting on deck. Really, the infield playing pretty well straight. Corners are both guarding the lines. We've seen in the game just preceding the balls hit down the line made for some tough plays over there. East Marshall a winner 4-0 in their game. This is the first of the 3A quarterfinals. 2 tonight, and then there's 2 starts the day tomorrow. Next pitch is out of play. Albion Columbus Catholic will play the second game in the 3A. Wasn't it Albion last year that went extra innings? Somebody went.
I don't know.
Last year or the year before. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's hard to. A couple years ago, we had a Clarksville game where they went deep into the night because of weather. And there's
swing and a miss.
Yep.
Down on strikes. 1-2-3 inning for Timmons and Algona. The Davenport Assumption will be coming to play here in just a moment. You're watching Girls State Softball Tournament action brought to you by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by a Mid-American Energy Company.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am kind.
Kind.
I am kind.
I am strong.
Strong.
Strong. I am important.
I am important.
I am important.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And looking at the stat sheet, one thing that kind of jumps out at me, Dar, is that Assumption likes to put the pressure on, and they have 174 stolen bases on the year. Well, Algona didn't list anything. That's a lot of stolen bases. Wonder how they finished the games with those bases being taken.
Yeah, they like to run. They get on and run, put pressure on you, put pressure on the pitcher, and that's how you win championships.
Leah Nelson, center fielder for Assumption, leading it off. She has a .480 batting average. Showing bunt. Pitch is called a ball. Down low. Olivia Wardlow and Nicole Yoder.
And I think that's
scheduled batters.
That's the key for Algona. No big innings here. If you give up a couple of hits here and there, just don't let them string it into big innings with errors and free bases.
Foul to the backstop. Kind of getting used to this netting now. It kind of gives a little bit.
Yeah, it does, but it gives you a little better view here than the fence did.
Because the
and
old
so
rail.
far it seems to hold the balls off pretty good.
I remember the rail that was right across about eye level.
Yep.
The next pitch is in for strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of improvements here at the sports complex. Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. Home since way back 1970s that I can remember. Pitch goes low. That puts the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leah Nelson trying to work her way on and become the first base runner. Center fielder, so she's got to have some pretty good wheels. Here's the pitch. Took something off, and it sailed up high on Etherington. In a 13-8 record coming into the game.
And early for her, trying to find her pitches and find where the umpire's calling them here.
Here's the wind, and the full count pitch is fouled back. This is where the tournament jitters might come in a little bit.
Yeah.
You had to wait till the bottom half of the first inning instead of getting out there right out of the chute.
Brought that pitch, though, in on the hands on the full count. And Nelson able to fight it off.
Here's the pitch from Etherington. Again, contact, but out of play. Back over the head. Cooled down just a little bit, if you want to call 72 degrees cool. Better than 98, which we had on Friday and Saturday. The pitch towards short. Play at first. And the throw is low. You're going to rule that an error?
We'll see. I think it may be.
The error would go to the shortstop on the throw, low into the dirt.
Well, they're going to call it. They're going to rule it a base hit.
They're going to rule it a base hit?
Because would have had to come up and make a perfect throw to get it.
We'll change that. Single to short for Olivia Wardlow, the batter. Left-handed batter here in the Assumption lineup. The wind, and she shows bunt. On her way to second, the play made, but the throw late. Stolen base for Leah Nelson of Assumption. Wardlow took a pitch for a ball.
You got Etherington, the catcher, is an 8th grader.
Yeah.
Taking it from a pitcher, the junior.
Yeah.
Cameron. So.
Not the way that Algona wants to start things.
And if the first baseman's coming in, the second baseman has to come over and cover on that.
Usually.
And, yeah, most of the time that's the way you work it. It's almost like it was early and it kind of caught him off guard, you know, and sometimes that's the issue too. You get that runner at second and everybody's thinking about that and you forget about the batter, and she lays down the bunt and everybody's safe.
That brings shortstop Nicole Yoder to the plate now for the Knights. She'll look at the first pitch for a strike, trying to get the measure. Anna Wallers will be the on-deck hitter. Signs being given down at third. Signs accepted. First 2 batters on with base hits. No score, bottom of the first. Davenport Assumption, defending state champion. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Yoder's behind the count now.
And here would be a good boost to the psyche here of Algona early, get a strikeout.
Strikeout or an out and hold the runners where they are. Second and third. Bottom of the first inning as the pitch comes home from Etherington. Pop foul out of the backstop. Count remains 0-2.
Yoder went down, got that one. A little low pitch, and she went down and protected there.
Thankful we don't talk launch angle and all of that.
Yeah.
Exit velocity, etc. No balls, 2 strikes. In the air. Drifting out of play to the right side. Good at bat here by Nicole Yoder. She fouled off 3 straight. Got to get some fresh softballs from the sidelines. This year, a new policy, take the foul balls over to the concession stand and you can get a treat of some kind. So we'll try it again, Dar. Etherington's delivery right back to her. Check the runner.
Good defensive play there. Calmly looked the runners back and gets the out at first. That big first out there. And now,
That'll bring up cleanup hitter, the catcher, number 36.
not so much pressure. You still got some work to do here with the Wohlers, the catcher, coming up, but you got one out in the book and kind of got the jitters out, hopefully.
Time was taken. A ball came loose out down in the bullpen area, down the left field line. Runners ready to take their leads. The first pitch to the left-handed hitting Anna Wohlers, the catcher, goes out of the strike zone for a ball.
Hitting .476 on the season.
Wohlers checks the signs at first. Back in. Gracie Jeviak waits on deck for a Davenport assumption. The pitch bunted out in front of the plate. Sliding in as a runner and base hit.
Just a perfect bunt there. Even the pitcher charging it, she didn't have a play at first, and the runner moving on contact and assumption.
Nelson scores from third on the play, and Wardlow advances to third. And to the plate now comes Jeviak. We have a courtesy runner number 10 coming in.
Izzy Krogman will go into run on an IMT insurance substitution.
As a courtesy runner here in the first inning.
Learn more about how to be worry-free at imtins.com is the address.
So Assumption strikes first. And now runners at the corners. Corner infielders. Hinges at third, Elsbecker at first. Creep in a couple of steps defensively for Algona. The pitch. Just missed on the inside on our way to second. Goes Krogman. Jeviak getting her first plate appearance, left-handed batter. So back-to-back lefties in the lineup for Davenport Assumption. Lost only twice all year. 10-5 to Muscatine and 10-5 to North Scott. Pitch. Oh, Jeviak wanted to take a rip at that one. Had it been a little bit higher, she might have. Shadows on the field. The lights are on here. As we await the pitch from Etherington. Pitch is low. She's taking a little more time. The pitcher has 20 seconds from the time she gets the ball to deliver it. That's what the rule book says. And it looks like Etherington is taking most of that 20 seconds.
Who keeps that count on that? Is
in your head, or maybe one of the base umpires does? The home plate umpire was the one that would call that. Pitch is in for a strike. Just kind of a feel. We've seen during the course of the regular season players wearing the armbands with numbers and stuff. Coaches calling out numbers. Here's a bunt attempt. Oh, the runner picked at third. Safe. Got back on the base.
Got underneath it.
Close.
Very close.
The pitch was a strike. Quick thinking, though, by Lillian, the catcher.
Yeah, nothing hurt there. Make a good throw, and you can pick them off.
Throw was on the bag. Here's the 3-2. In the air, popped up, infield. Foul territory. The play made by Hinches at third base.
Yeah, that's a big out there now. If you can get the third out here without any more damage, you know, you go in and it's nothing too much to worry about here. Well, I mean, not to worry about, but you.
So we have the other game finished over there. We'll find out shortly who won that. We'll find that out during the break, hopefully. 2 outs, a run in, and a runner at second and third for Assumption.
As I was trying to say, but get out of this with giving up just one run. You're in pretty good shape.
Coach and defense will be happy if that's the situation. Etherington wanted that pitch. You could tell by the way she looked in at home plate. Next delivery in the dirt, away from the catcher. Play at the plate, no. Run scores from third, Wardlow. Advancing to third is Krogman, the courtesy runner.
And exactly what you can't afford to do against Assumption. And runner at third almost thought about coming home again here.
aggressive, as you pointed out just before we started the broadcast. Assumption a little more aggressive at this juncture of the game. Cameron Etherington in the air towards left center. Center fielder going back. Nice catch by Young. The fly out to center field is the out to end the bottom of the first inning for Davenport Assumption. But they come up with 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and we had 1 runner left on base. You're watching the 3A quarterfinals between Algona and Davenport Assumption on the Iowa Girls Network.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Leaders start at Central College. Scholar athletes succeed on the court and in the classroom. In the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received academic all-conference recognition. Learn how to be more than a spectator by visiting central.edu. Lance Reno, Dar Danielson from Kruger Seed Field as the ball is hit to the right field corner. The leadoff batter, Nicole Schmidt, gets the first hit for Algona. Our extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service.
And there they cut the damage. They could have been 1. They got that pass ball. It ends up being 2. But here, now you got the tying run at the plate. You can string something together here with Algona. You stay right within distance of Davenport Assumption.
Lillian Etherington, the catcher, gave a good rip on the pitch from Allie Timmons. Schmidt didn't waste much time. She went after the first pitch from Timmons. Now going to Mayfield, that's her strategy from here on. Don't give her a chance to settle in and work the count. Here's the bunt showed. It's fouled behind the plate. Lily Elsbecker, the designated player, waits on deck.
Etherington hitting .359, an 8th grader playing catcher, catching her sister, Cameron Etherington, the junior.
Got to watch the third base coach for Algona. Interesting moves. Here's the swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Etherington. First out in the inning, 4th strikeout for Allie Timmons.
Now
Lily Elsbecker, left-handed batter.
Coach Jackie Fondley would like to see her get that bunt down and advance the runner to third, but
do you give up the out here? If you can get a run,
yeah,
that might be the strategy here. First pitch is outside the zone. Abby Groen, the left fielder, waits on deck. As Allie Timmons has surrendered only 1 hit here and really seems to be in control of her pitches. Pitch goes outside for a ball. Second baseman has coverage behind the runner at second, Nicole Schmidt. That's Wardlow playing second. Shortstop Yoder is deepened up by a couple of steps out there, waiting for the ball from the left-hander. The pitch fouled off. Shortstop figuring the left-handed batter is going to be a little bit late and bring the ball to that side of the infield.
Yeah, I mean, she could turn on it, but of course that's easier said than done. You got the right fielder playing off there, and it's unlikely to pull against this pitcher.
No, she's going to be late probably. if she does pull it, quite a bit of running space. The pitch is a strike called right at the knees on Elsbecker. Timmons.
So here's where she needs to be smart, extend the bat here.
Get a piece of it. Foul off what you can't hit. Here's your 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss right up around the hands level. That was good location.
Yeah, a little bit of a rise there coming up, and
that tied up the hitter Elsbecker, so she couldn't get full extension on that. Abby Groen up for her first time, the left fielder.
Hate to see for Algona. I hate to see that base runner left stranded out there. I'd like to get something to get her in and have the lead here.
That pitch goes high. Catcher Wohlers up looking to throw. Had to wait for Wardlow to cover the bag.
Yeah, as that shortstop playing way over toward third. And she's getting a big jump, and the second baseman comes in behind.
The 1-0 pitch is a strike. There's the throw to second. They got her, and the tag. So we will have Abby Groen leading off the next inning. The pickoff goes 2-4 for the out to end the inning.
Perfectly thrown, and she's been jumping off, and they just saw it out there, and that's almost like a unspoken thing. You look out to the second baseman and say, hey, I'm coming out there.
And the throw was down there accurately by Wohlers. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey, high school sports fans. Are you following the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union online? Stay up to date with the latest information and scores from across the state as we share highlights and achievements from our student athletes. You can follow all the action on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Just search at IGHSAU.
We might not always know what
Danielson from Harlan Rogers Park as the 2019 Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presentation by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network. Bottom of the second inning rolling here. Davenport Assumption just stopped the attempted rally by Algona. And now, number 7 hitter, the pitcher, Allie Timmons, leads it off, a 400 hitter on the year. This marks the last of the games for the day. There's one on the other diamond. And then we start again tomorrow with the consolation bracket games at 11 o'clock. And that would be Lamar's Galen against Linville Sully in Class A. Wayne and Algona Garrigan tomorrow morning at 11:30 in Class A. East Marshall a winner this afternoon. And we're waiting on the final of the Alta Aurelia and Central Springs game. Timmons fouls the next pitch off. Quickly, it's 0-2. Paige Madden, Emma Johnson will follow. Defensively, out and left is Groen for Algona. Young is in center, Knapp is in right. Henches at third, Schmidt at short. Epperling at second, Elsbecker at first, and Lillian's behind the plate. Cameron Etherington took a little off against her pitching counterpart and gets the big swinging K. That's her first strikeout of the game.
And in that other 2A, it was Alta Aurelia over Central Springs. I understand there was a one-hitter in that one again, too.
That's 2 in a row over there.
Yeah.
Alta Aurelia winning. Ball is fouled off. Paige Madden got a piece of it, the designated player. Assumption with the basic white uniform top trimmed in red and the black uniform pants. We have Algona, red tops, black uniform pants, and red hose. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. It would appear that Etherington may be getting back to normal here, getting those jitters out of her system.
Yeah, you know, second inning, you've gone through once, you're getting that worked out, and they had a good stop at the end of that inning.
So here comes the 0-2 to the leadoff. And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 2 in a row now for Etherington. Into the plate with nobody on. Number 9 hitter, left-handed batting left fielder Emma Johnson. Johnson is up for her first time. This completes going through the order one time around.
She's hitting .394 on the season.
I mean, she gets on base quite a bit. She shows slap bunt. She could have shaken hands with Hentges, who was only about 8 feet away from home plate when the pitch was partially swung at.
And they appealed it, and the first base umpire said no, she didn't go.
Oh, it's a ball. Okay.
And that's always hard to tell on those slap hits, whether they're, you know.
Here's
and
the
there
next
she.
One. Now we're even. Now the scorebook's right.
Swung late there.
Outfield, if you noticed, has come in. They're expecting something to be kept on the infield. Now the right fielder, Knapp, is moving over almost to where the second baseman would be. This is a defensive line we've seen several years ago where the second baseman is just to the left of the pitching circle. Here's the pitch for the slap hitter, goes up high for a ball. And she was probably 10 feet onto the diamond. Two balls and a strike. Here's the slap. Knocked down by the second baseman to first. Did not hold it. Did not hold the throw. Went to the ground and it bounced away. So you give a base hit on that one.
Well, you got to stand in there and you got to field it, and you got a short time to get it over there. She did her best, but couldn't quite.
Doesn't take long to sprint the 60 feet. Leah Nelson now stands in. Reached on an infield single, scored the first run for the Knights. Here's the throw to second on the stolen base behind the runner. Good jump by Emma Johnson. They can't leave until the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, and boy, that's tough to time. I think he called the pitch a ball. He did. The plate umpire. Olivia Wardlow waits to the on-deck circle. Runner in scoring position, if you will, at second base. The wind in the dirt, away from the catcher to the left. Taking third is Emma Johnson.
Here's where that pressure just gets to you. As if you're not perfect, that ball's low in the dirt, and the catcher just put so much pressure on her. And now they got a runner over at third with 2 outs, and now anything gets by the catcher, and that runner, you know, is going to come home.
Score that a passed ball. Here's the 2-0 delivery and a base hit. Splitting the defenders. Scoring the runner from third, Emma Johnson, with a base hit by Leah Nelson. She's got back-to-back base hits and gets an RBI here. Scoring in both innings so far, Davenport Assumption. Olivia Wardlow, left-handed batter, reached on a bunt single and scored a run in the first inning as Assumption put up 2 in that first inning. The bottom of the second here. Cameron Etherington looking for the sign from Lillian. That is called a ball. Just a little bit inside, waist high. Again, speed at first, and Leah Nelson, the center fielder. She looks like she's ready to run. Etherington has to be conscious of that. Here's the pitch high. On the way to second base and safe with a stolen base, Leah Nelson. The throw from Lillian just a beat late.
Yeah, and part of that is that the cover shortstop or the second baseman when they're coming in late, and you can't just go up and rocket it into center field, or you automatically give him the base plus another one.
The shortstop is a couple of steps closer to third than in what would be normal position. 2-0 the count in the air, playable in the infield. Who's going to take it? Third baseman Purchase takes it. That ends the inning for Davenport Assumption here in the bottom of the second inning. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and we have left on base 1 runner. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see it for yourself.
We roll to the top of the third inning, and Algona hasn't gone through their lineup yet, Dar. 7, 8, and 9 batting this inning.
Now, Groen was at the plate when the runner got picked off, so she gets back up there.
And fouls the first pitch off. Is that to her advantage to have seen a pitch or two?
Oh, maybe, yeah, a little bit, but she'd much rather, I think, had a chance to drive that run in from second base, you know.
Granted.
And at that point would have had the lead, but again, they owe the Knights to 1.
Allie Timmons so far in control. Holding up on the swing that time was Groen, and it's ruled no, she did not go. It's a good no call. Even Zaccato ball on a strike. Outfield, center fielder Nelson, medium deep. The pitch a little late on the swing was Abby Groen. Allie Timmons now has a 1-ball, 2-strike count and the advantage here on the pitching rubber. Shakes off her catcher Wallers, now wants to throw this pitch. Rise ball, up and out of the zone. Evens a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Starting to cloud over a little bit and relieve that, sweaty 74-degree temperature of the day.
Yep.
The next pitch is away and out at first. So it goes as a strikeout, and the put out 2-3 for the first out in the inning. Morgan Erpelding, second baseman.
Well, it seems the breeze has eased up a little bit here.
It has.
You can see the flags out and left there, and then just the little banners in the out in center field.
Here's the pitch.
Not quite as much.
Yeah, you can see the center field or the big flag out there in the center. Switched directions a little more northerly than it was earlier when it was coming from the northeast. 3-0 Assumption here in the third inning. Pitch is a strike to Morgan Epperding. Emma Elsbacher waits on deck. A ball and a strike. Allie Timmons and the catcher Wohlers working in combination. That time the rise ball was not chased. Puts a count at 2 balls and a strike. Tournament continues tomorrow. We'll finish off the 3A quarterfinals. 11 o'clock, Louisa Muscatine and Mount Vernon playing here on the Kruger Seeds field. Next pitch is a strike. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. At 11:30 on Iowa Central Field, West Liberty takes on Trainer. Then at 1 o'clock and 1:30, 4A, followed by the 5A quarterfinals tomorrow night. Here's a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Timmons. And in the game, 7 total. So left-handed batting first baseman Emma Elsbecker getting her chance to put the bat on the ball. as a pitcher and as a coach, you really have to be happy with your pitcher if they can go through, get into the third inning and not have gone through the lineup completely yet.
Yeah, and the one hit they got the runner to second, and they get a big defensive play to throw her out. And so that always helps the pitcher too. And
it's looming larger and larger as we go on in this game, that defensive play, the pitch. Outside with a breaking ball, caught the corner at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, top of the third. The Knights leading it by a 3-0 score. There's ball 1 going high. From Kruger Seeds Field, where the championship games will be played on Thursday and Friday. Also, there will be some Hall of Fame announcements, some coaching honors, all those taking place championship nights. Here's the wind and the delivery outside. After being very sharp to the last 2 hitters, Tim is struggling a little bit here with their control to Elsbecker. And both of the Elsbeckers playing in this game for Algona bat from the left-hand side. Timmons' pitch. Blew it by her. Strikeout swinging. 3 up, 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning here in the Algona third inning. As you're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament, brought to you by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back at Kruger Seeds Field. Lance Reno alongside Dar Danielson. 3-0 Davenport Assumption here with the lead. And batting here in the bottom of the third. Anything that you see trending here, Dar, at this point in the game?
Well, it's Assumption has been just, 2 runs and 1 run, and they've just been on the verge of breaking it open into a big inning. So far that hasn't happened. Algona's held them close, and Algona's still got to figure out a way to get to the pitcher Timmons for Davenport Assumption. But again, if they can just keep it close here, because Assumption gets base runners, they're stealing, they're putting pressure on, and so far they haven't given up the big inning against them, and that's the key.
4 stolen bases so far by Assumption that put runners in scoring positions, and they have yet to capitalize on it totally. Here's the pitch in the air to left field. No wind going to break that one down. It's over the left fielder's head to the fence. Around first and headed for second, standing
Iowa
up with a double, Nicole Yoder. Fans, all extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first name service. Big extra base hit to lead off the inning here. As that ball just seemed to sail at the last 20 feet over the head of Groen out in left field.
Yeah, they've been playing in so much, and then all of a sudden, boom, a big one. And if they'd watched the earlier games, they've seen those hold up. But here the breeze has eased off some. Now the flag laying almost down out there, so that's a big factor.
The batter is Anna Wohlers, the catcher for Davenport Assumption. She had a bunt hit for her first time up. Looking to advance the runner from second. Here's the pitch taken outside. No bunt attempt. Gracie Jeviak waits on deck for Assumption. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. They bat here in the bottom of the third. We've had a couple of extra inning games today. very close games.
All those over on Iowa Central Community College
Yeah.
field.
I wonder if there's a connection there. This pitch fell way out of play.
I don't know. Usually I get the overtime stuff, but not tonight. Today.
We got to give credit to the guys that set up the equipment, made sure the cameras are working and they're running the keyboards, and we thank them for their help, or we wouldn't be yik-yakking here on the radio and the TV. Some of you are listening audio, some are watching. Here's one. Launch angle is almost 180 degrees, and it is caught by the second baseman off the bat of Anna Wohlers. She really uppercut on that one.
Yeah.
To the plate now comes Gracie Jeviak, the first baseman. She fouled out to third, her first time up 0 for 1. Yoder right now at second base with one down. Carly Salmon hoping that Jeviak can get something done here, moving the runner over. Here's the pitch. She was trying. Got a good rip, good read on that pitch.
Yeah,
Just
she
couldn't
came
make the connection.
inside on her, and she wanted to turn on that and drive it, but again, just under it.
So it's no balls and 1 strike count. Etherington has the sign. That one's called a ball. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. Just missed on the inside corner.
Yeah, looked like
Etherington's pitch.
Looked like it was up at the knees, but
Do it again. There's one waist high on the inside edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
a little bit of a change on that. She held off it.
Etherington has been changing speeds here in the last, say, 4 or 5 batters.
She's come all inside, though, against this batter, the lefty.
Here's the pitch. It's in the air. Right fielder has a play. Knapp under it, makes the grab.
Yep.
Did you see Jeviak? And the throw into third, not in time. Advancing to third on the play was Nicole Yoder. Jeviak had a quick little glance back to see where the catcher's target was before that pitch came in.
Yeah.
And she popped it out to right.
That was a little more on the plate, but still good inside, and she was unable to turn and get much leverage on it, but deep enough to advance the runner.
So to the plate comes Carly Salmon. Third baseman, flied out to center, her first time up to end the first inning. Pitch away from the catcher, but up the line at third.
Man, a good job.
Yoder decides to stay there.
Yeah. Cameron Etherington, the pitcher, coming in to cover her sister, the catcher. Did a good job of knocking it and keeping it close there. The runner didn't really even look at coming in on that.
Yeah, she's got 60 feet to go where the catcher has about 15. The odds are favoring the catcher. Carly Salmon takes the strike.
And then you want to let the batter try to bring her in, too. You don't want to make that third out, getting thrown out at home when you got a chance to
Good point.
bring it in.
Batter, though,
On
has
a
to
hit.
put the ball in play some way. Here's the pitch. Taken up and away. Allie Timmons, the Assumption pitcher, waits in the on-deck circle.
Well, here she last batter, the lefty, she
Jeviak.
inside. Now she's coming outside here on the righty.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. In the air, headed toward the fence down the line. And just in fair territory, Groen, the left fielder, makes the catch a step away from the foul line for the out number 3 that retires Assumption here in the bottom of the third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. You're watching Girls State softball action from Kruger Seeds Field on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Central College is recruiting leaders. Come learn and play at the place that regularly wins national team championships, national individual titles, conference titles, and conference all-sports titles. Visit central.edu to learn how you can be more than a spectator. Lance Reno, Dar Danielson from Kruger Seeds Field in Fort Dodge as we swing into the top of the fourth. What's been the key here for Assumption, the defending champion, to have a 3-0 lead?
Yeah, they stayed ahead and not been able to really break it open. And here's where the top of the order for Algona, they need to make some hay right now. With the top of the order, get some runners on and get a few in and just cut the lead down a little bit as we're midway through here in the fourth inning.
A big rally can get you within a run, as Dar points out. It's only a 3-0 lead. Alyssa Hedges leads off the inning. Ball and a strike to her, the third baseman. Was called out on strikes her first plate appearance, so this is her second chance at the plate against Allie Timmons. 7 strikeouts for Timmons. Next pitch is a strike. She's had the automatic strike thing working.
Bringing the kind of high at the letters pitch there and getting her to go for it.
Here's the 1-2.
And
chasing the ball, as Dar just mentioned. I think you pinpointed that pitch location.
She swung it too right at the letters, and then, she got ahead in the count and brought that up just a notch higher and made her fish at it again. And, she lays off that, and it's a 2-2 count, but she couldn't, and now it's a strikeout. So here.
Her 9th.
Yep, they need to buckle down, Ashlyn Young, and get something started.
Ashlyn Young, center fielder, struck out her first time, takes the first pitch from Allie Timmons as a strike. Following will be Cameron Etherington. So far, Allie Timmons in control. She knows where she wants to throw it, and it's going there with good rotation. I think her rotation on the pitches, the spin, if you want to call it that, is picked up here in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, and those strikeouts give you a little extra adrenaline, too, as a pitcher,
Here's the pitch. But also, it makes you throw a few extra.
And again, that high cheese, make them, the last batter went for it. Now here, Young didn't, but, you're ahead in the count, throw one up there, let them chase it. And there she gets her.
The chase is on, strikeout, that's her 10th in the game, 2 outs here in Algona's 4th inning.
And they're just having a little trouble timing that, figuring that one out there a little bit.
We got a 1-hitter going, like we had on the other diamond, on the Iowa Central diamond. A near no-hitter, 2 1-hitters back-to-back over there. Cameron Etherington stepping in, strikeout victim, her first time up.
And there again, starts her up at the letters.
Changing the eye level,
yeah.
Changing the eye perspective. That's a big term that the professionals like to use. Get that batter looking at something else. Now she comes in low. Nope, right back in the same
right
spot.
In there.
Nicole Schmidt wants the chance to hit here in the 4th, but right now there's nobody on and 2 gone in the Algona 4th inning as they trail Assumption by a 3-0 count. Allie Timmons so far on the mark from the pitching circle. A rise ball.
Yeah. And she didn't swing at that high one.
Nope, she gave it a pass.
Yep.
We'll see what happens next in Timmons' arsenal. Basically, it's been fastball, rise ball. I haven't seen much of a curveball so far until right there. And she gets the call on the one at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. Top of the 4th inning. And Algona desperately needing base runners here. Pitch. Laid off. There's that
high and outside
high one.
That time. Yeah,
Yep.
that time a little more outside. She's been bringing them right in at the letters. And it's a little one where you kind of have to reach for it. But there she took it outside and said, reach at that one, and runs the count full.
So here's your 3-2 delivery and out of play over the backstop. It's almost like she's challenging him, putting the ball in the strike zone and challenging him to hit the ball, put it in play.
And pitcher against pitcher, you think your opposing pitcher has a little good idea of where that umpire's calling those and where the zone is, and maybe
the pitching
a little bit of
pattern.
the strategy, pattern of what she's going to do.
Oh, definitely. The 3-2 pitch, and again, in the air, towards center. Nelson has a bead, makes the grab, and that's 1-2-3 inning, up and down in order. That is a total of 8 consecutive hitters retired by Allie Timmons here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. You're watching Girls State Softball Tournament action presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 3-0 lead for Assumption.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service. We might not always know.
4th inning, Dar Danielson and Lance Reno from the opening day of the Girls State Softball Tournament. Any surprises here in the games that have been played so far, Dar, in your mind?
Not that I've seen thus far. Nothing real. They've all been fairly close for the most part. We did have, what was that? I'm trying to think back. 6-0 game there, Northland, but
right.
But really everything kind of playing to form so far.
Allie Timmons leads it off for the Knights of Assumption here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. 7, 8, and 9 here in the inning. Timmons, Madden, Johnson. Defensively grown, Young, and Knapp in the outfield for Algona. Herches, Schmidt, Epperling, and Elsbecker around the infield, 3rd to 1st. Lillian behind the plate, and we had a foul ball snapped right down the line.
Yeah, you need to.
Just nearly got the cameraman.
Now he told me
who fed him a hamburger so he couldn't move.
He told me earlier. I said, "What are you going to do when it comes up there?" He said, "I'll knock him away. I'll catch him." And,
pitch goes low and away for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. The sun beginning to go down a little bit, about 8 o'clock. That's pretty much normal. This time of year, as the days start to shorten up by a minute at each end. Allie Timmons trying to find her way on base for Assumption, and she's not going to get there with that swing, as Cameron Etherington is trying to keep her off base.
Etherington's really kind of settled in here.
She has.
After that early.
Since the 2nd inning.
Fought through the aggressiveness that they've had on the base pass and stuff. Had a few good defensive plays behind her, so.
The pitch is swung on and missed. Down on strikes for the 2nd time goes Allie Timmons. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Algona trying to keep Assumption right where they are on the scoreboard. Paige Madden, the designated player, is up. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. Emma Johnson will follow. Pitch inside. Nearly clipped Madden. Line score shows Algona no runs on 1 hit. Davenport Assumption 3 runs on 6 hits, and it's been a clean ball game thus far. No errors committed by either team. This is the time of the game where the lights are not yet fully in effect, and you've got dusk, so it gets a little tougher to see The rotation on the softball. The pitch. Outside corner is a strike to Paige Madden.
Yeah, but they got that big yellow ball, so what the heck? You could
that one hurts, as we said
you could
earlier.
see that.
If you get hit with that, baby, it's going to sting and create a bruise. Here's a swing and a ground ball. It's going to be foul. Just missed contact with the bag at third.
Yeah, I think if she she almost touched that, didn't she, in fair? If she touches it, I think
wisely
that's a fair
she
ball.
held off. Yeah, that is true. You need to start umpiring.
Hey, I did way back
You do
when.
soccer. You do soccer.
Yeah,
though.
I still do that. I did early in my career in college. I did baseball and softball.
Here's the pitch. Swinging down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Cameron Etherington. It's a cool way to be with kids and spend the summer.
In fact, Clarksville playing here. They won today. And one of the first games I did was a doubleheader over at Clarksville. In the small schools, usually you play the baseball games early in the afternoon because they don't have lights and they have softball lights.
Right.
You play the softball games at night under the lights. Ooh, that one.
That was not an explosion, folks.
No.
The way that the stands have been organized here, that foul ball is off the netting. It's no longer wire fence, but a big net, and it hit one of the support beams up above us off the bat of Emma Johnson. She singled to second and scored a run her last plate appearance in the second inning, and that was the last run that either team has put on the scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Low. She's the slapper, if you will. Likes to move up. Starts deep in the batter's box, and he usually ends up with the front foot just outside the batter's box. As long as she makes contact and that front foot is in the air or on the line of the batter's box, most umpires are going to call that a fair ball. Here's a strike taken. I watched her feet that time, and she just barely in the batter's box.
And there was a time when everybody was slap hitting. It became the thing, and then kind of eased off, and now I guess it depends on the player and what their ability are and how they.
It's tough to do.
With. Yeah.
Consistently tough. Here's the pitch. Up high. We might see more of that slapper approach, though, on the 5A and the 4A level. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Be interesting. We'll find out tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah.
We're going to run down next half inning. We'll run down those games that have already been concluded. Here's the swing and a looper toward left, playing in the right spot. Groen makes a nice catch out there for out number 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Algona defensively. So we go to the top of the fifth inning in this Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. It is a 3-0 Assumption lead.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
Back at the Kruger Seeds Field alongside Dardanius and I'm Elaine Serino, Davenport Assumption and Algona, 3-0 score as Algona bats top of the fifth inning.
And I'm going to give you the same analysis I've been giving you the last couple innings. They need to get
What's that?
Some runners on base and get them in here. Fifth inning.
Still a game within reach.
Yeah, still within reach, but you're running out of at-bats here.
And this is number 4. Here's a fly ball center field, measured by the center fielder Nelson. Played perfectly. Back-to-back outs across 2 innings to the center fielder Nelson.
Yep, tagged that well, but right in the well-positioned center fielder there.
And Schmidt was the batter who had the double leading off the second inning. The only hit so far for Algona. Standing in now is Lillian Etherington, the catcher. Down on strikes her first time up.
Everything is calmed down, too, with the winds here now as the sun's going down.
Here's a pitch for a ball. Who would have thunk that during fair time in July, you're at a state tournament, you might need a jacket for the night games. Doesn't happen often, but this is Iowa. Second pitch coming inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Allie Timmons to the batter, Lillian Etherington.
She's bringing it inside both those pitches. She's going to make her try to handle that inside pitch.
If you've noticed, Algona's batters have started to creep in towards that inside batter's box line, try to make Timmons move the ball more outside.
And there just brings it out a little bit and has her chasing it.
2 balls and a strike. Elsbecker waits on deck. Winners today in the championship bracket in 1A, Collins Maxwell, New Alfonda, Lisbon, and Clarksville. Next pitch here is a strike called. Timmons has evened the count on Etherington to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Back inside, but a little lower at the knees that time. So
get him thinking inside, then move him out and back inside.
And then change the level, too.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch popped up. Playable, foul territory, third base line. And hanging on, the third baseman, Salmon, is Yoder. Forgot to put on the brakes. And she collided.
That was almost dangerous. It hit her in the knees there, you know. That could have been an injury, serious injury there, but fortunately everybody comes out of that all right.
That'll bring to the plate Lily Elsbecker, the designated player, left-handed batter. Winners in Class 2A going to the semifinals, Northland and Mount Ayr, East Marshall and Alta Aurelia, and they'll play those games on Wednesday. Both of those games will be played here on this diamond. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Abby Groen, the left fielder, waits on deck. Whoever doesn't come away the winner in this game gets to play again tomorrow. And it will be 3 o'clock on the Dodger Diamond away from us. Pitch is back to the backstop. Tomorrow's session starts with the 3A quarterfinals. Louisa Muscatine and Mount Vernon at 11. West Liberty and Trainer at 11:30. Then it goes into the 4A competition. The pitch is inside and high.
So
Elsbecker
rare fall behind here.
Has
for the
jumped ahead on
pitcher,
the count.
Timmons.
It's been pretty consistent so far. There's ball 4.
Elsbecker couldn't almost believe it herself. She looked out there and said, what? And because a 4-pitch walk.
Now we are going to have, this would be a substitute for the designated player unless it's the flex player, Mariah Knapp. Mariah Knapp is the flex player, so she can come in and run for Elsbecker, but it's a substitution. Our substitutions.
Brought to you by Kruger Seeds, right?
No, by IMT Insurance.
IMT, I'm sorry.
Learn how to be worry-free with IMT at IMT.INS.com. You got it. Yeah. How's that for doing a double up?
I don't know why I thought it was Kruger Substitution.
We're Kruger Seeds Field.
Yeah.
First pitch.
Oh, Kruger's the extra base hit, too.
Yes. You got that.
It's getting late in the day.
Yeah.
I've been up all early.
Haven't we all? Whoa! I thought I was going to catch that. I tried. The net kept me from doing it. Right back at us. No balls and 2 strikes. I forgot. I have my umpire mask in my trunk. We can bring it if needed. Here's the pitch. Going high. So after getting ahead of Groen on the count, Allie Timmons here giving a chance. Now, Dar mentioned a moment ago, all we need is a runner. They've got one. If somehow Groen works her way on base, could change the complexion of this game. The changeup Outside corner at the knees, and Grown caught not looking for the pitch in that location. She's out on strikes for the out to end the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with Davenport Assumption leading it 3-0.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
and anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the
alongside Dar Danielson as we are here at Kruger Seeds Field as we have the ball game right now. Davenport Assumption looks to be somewhat in command of this one.
Yeah, and here's again where you got to be careful. They've held them in check here, but you can't ease off and think, okay, and you're looking ahead to come in and get back at the plate again. You still got to be, everybody got to be ready. No mistakes. Can't afford to get up any more runs from here on out and then come in and try to go to work yourself.
As we have the bottom of the 5th, we're at top of the order for Assumption, Leah Nelson. Leah has 2 stolen bases. She's been on base with a single, scored a run in the first, scored the first run of the ball game, and then she also had a base hit.
Now you see why she's in the leadoff spot. With that speed she has, she gets on there and instantly is a threat.
Instant offense mixed with water. Use a little speed, get the ball down, make the defense play with it. And we'll see how fast we can run. As we said, bottom of the 5th, time running short. The pitch, a looper towards short, backhanded. Nicely played by Schmidt, but no chance to make a throw down the first.
Even there, a nice play by the shortstop, but anywhere deep there, and you got no chance. She was down to first before she even turned to look to make a throw. And now,
Olivia
bet
Ward.
you $1 to donuts, she's running on the first pitch.
How about $1 to a donut? I'll take that bet. I'm a little shy. Can you loan me 49? Olivia Wardlow. We have Nelson ready to take off. And she doesn't go.
No, she doesn't go.
Who won the bet?
Well.
Who lost the bet? He's bringing donuts
I'll buy
tomorrow.
you guys all breakfast at the hotel.
He's bringing donuts tomorrow.
My breakfast is on me at the hotel in the morning, okay?
What time? Olivia Wardlow has singled and popped to the third baseman. 1 for 2 on the game. Scored a run. It's 3-0 here, Assumption, in the bottom of the 5th inning as the bunt attempt was going down. Nelson was on her way to second base. Had a decent jump.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
What was it? She just after the ball was released, she was already 4 strides toward second. No balls and 2 strikes. Moving along. As the pitcher, Cameron Etherington, in the air to left. Could be trouble. It's deep near the fence. Catch made by Groen. Nelson has to retreat to first. Had there been a little bit of a breeze like we had earlier in the day, I think, Dar, that one might have carried.
Yeah, and she was at second waiting as the throw came down. But here again, continue. Don't give up the big inning here. Get out of this. Get in and go to work. Try to get some runs on the board.
Nicole Yoder, 1 for 2 on the day. Bounced to the pitcher and doubled to left is the batter. facing Cameron Etherington, who is quietly pitching a similar game to Timmons. Here's the throw down. Stolen base for Nelson. And again, a decent jump. The pitch was a ball. Now, she gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in the first, 1 run on 2 hits in the second, and then a hit in the third, and we're now in the 5th.
Yeah. I was just going to say maybe you try a pitch out, but I don't even know, that would be even tough
pretty
to get
tough
her on.
to do.
Yeah.
The distance between the bases, it makes it tough to do. Here's the pitch in the air, playable on the infield. Shortstop, Schmidt makes the grab. Nice pitch by Etherington.
But give her credit. She's kind of blocked out that runner, knowing, get the good pitch. She's got 2 outs now. Here, same thing.
Focus on the hitter.
Yeah, focus. Don't give up anything here.
1 batter at a time. Left-handed batting catcher Anna Wallers steps in.
Hopefully get some defensive help here and get out of the inning.
1 for 2 on the day, a bunt single and a pop to second. Pitch. Strike called. Waste on the outside corner.
And she's over
Throw
to third,
down to third.
safely.
Almost. Don't look away with that runner. Nelson got there with the stolen base. Even with a left-handed batter up, giving the catcher a good look. 60 feet away is an insurance run for Davenport Assumption. The lights are on the Kruger Seeds field. The pitch just low. Gracie Jeviak waits on deck.
And there's a little faith. Throwing that low pitch where you got a runner at third, thinking out.
Danger
you drop
bouncing.
that. Yeah, you drop that in the dirt and it bounces by the catcher, and that's a run. But
she knows her catcher knows that she can probably block that pitch. Count is even out, a ball and a strike. Pitch just inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Working the inside corner against the left-handed batting Wallers.
Wallers just wants to get it in play, find a hole, and get that run in.
We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and a foul ball out of play, off to the left. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0, favoring the Knights of Davenport Assumption from the Kruger Seeds field. Lance Reno along with Dar Danielson as we move through the brackets here. Every team that qualified for state gets 2 games minimum. Here's a nice changeup. The ball goes to the dirt. The catcher throws to first for the out to retire Anna Wallers. It's a strikeout for the pitcher. 2-3 on the putout. And the runner left at third. No runs on a hit. No errors and 1 left. We have played 5 complete innings with Davenport Assumption in the lead, 3-0. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Top of the 6th inning rolling around. You can look at it 2 ways. Assumption has only 6 more outs they need to get. Algona looks at, we got to get 3 runs to tie to play on and then try to sneak in that 4th run.
Yeah. Any kind of run right now in this inning helps. And, boy, just had her totally off there with that pitch.
We have number 8, 9, and 1 in the Algona lineup. Morgan Erpelding, the second baseman, strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. The catcher there, Wohlers, thought that was a strike based on the length that she held the glove. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eleven strikeouts so far in the game for Timmons. The next pitch is a strike. That's a pretty decent day's work, wouldn't you say?
Not bad.
In other words, Algona's not been able to put the ball in play many times. Here's a swing.
Got a
foul
piece
off.
of it, yep.
They've had a double to right in the second, and a fly ball to center, and a foul out to third. So 4 times Algona's been able to get the ball beyond home plate. Not really testing the defense. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count, the pitch. Ground ball. And it's going to squeeze through. Timmons got a glove on it. May have slowed it a little bit. The shortstop Yoder attempted to dive and stop it. It eluded her grasp. And Algona, the visiting team with...
Yeah, I think you're right. If she doesn't slow that, the shortstop was coming over. Maybe doesn't have to dive and can scoop and throw, but just slowed it enough that even the shortstop dove.
She had her momentum moving towards first. Here's the number 9 hitter, going to bunt it in the air.
No.
And a throw to first. Safe. Just back in with the hand on the base is Errol Priding.
Well, you got to execute that one, get that one down.
Good location on that pitch by Timmons, which made it a tough play to execute.
Yeah, and it almost turned into a double play there.
Top of the order now for Algona. Alyssa Henches, strikeout victim in the first and in the fourth. First pitch is out of the zone for a ball. Ashlyn Young, center fielder, waits on deck. – 3-0 lead for Assumption. The pitch. And inside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Don't count out Algona just yet. Something's a brewing. You can almost feel it here. If Hedges can get on, something else may happen. And Timmons lost her magic touch so far this inning.
No, I wouldn't cut her out yet.
Ken Algona.
We've seen this story before. You get behind, but then you come back. The good ones battle back.
Here's the pitch in for a strike. That's only one.
Algona's taking them to the edge, but then somehow they battle back and get the defensive play, or the pitcher comes back through here. But
it sounds like my Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Pitch down low, throw to first.
That was
not in time.
Yeah.
On ball 4.
Ball 4.
Algona with their best scoring threat of the ball game, other than when Schmidt doubled to lead off the second.
And you got top of the order here. Time
Number
for
2
them
hitter.
to,
Number 2 hitter.
Time to put up some numbers here.
Ashlyn Young is the schedule hitter. Now we have a substitute going in.
Runner is Lauren Wagner.
Running for Erpelding, Laura Wagner. So she pinch runs here in the 6th inning. Ashlyn Young, our substitution being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. First pitch to Young, taken out of the strike zone for a ball.
Yeah,
Number 3 hitter, Etherington, waiting on deck.
Being patient here a little bit as she's throwing force. Well, that one's another ball.
That even makes it a 2-ball count. And Algona trying to even the score. We're going to have a defensive conference right now. Little pressure put on by the number 8 seed against the number 1 seed.
Yep, key moment here. 1 out, runners first and second, tying run at the plate. And down in the count. And the thing is here for Algona, still be, patient in it for Ashlyn Young.
As we said,
don't swing at anything bad.
Last half inning, Timmons with 11 strikeouts And you can see, though she's gotten a couple here in the last inning and a half, her pinpoint control is off just a hair at this point.
Maybe a little bit, or I think some of that, too, is Algona's a little more patient, you know. She was putting it where they were chasing a little more. Saw a lot of batters chasing at that high and in and out pitch.
Or a combination there of both of those.
Yeah. So let's see what she does here after the conference.
2 balls and no strikes. Timmons
comes in
goes high for a ball to Ashlyn Young. 3-0. Young represents the tying run at the plate. Nicole Schmidt, well, wait. Here's a strike called finally.
Of course,
Cameron
dead red there all the way. You want to get her on base, and now still can afford to be a little choosy at the 3-1 count.
Strategy was to take that pitch. Here's the next delivery down low for a ball.
And
as Timmons has walked Young, and that fills the bases. Back-to-back walks following a single. To the plate now.
The pitcher, her looking to help her own cause.
Cameron Etherington struck out and flied to center last time. And now a conference behind the plate.
Here's where everybody on the bases has to be aware, too, because you don't want a hard smash to an infielder to turn into a double play. You know, you want to make sure it's through there. And don't run yourself out of the inning, because if it is, it's just one out yet, and you can still, you know, any kind of run you can get out of this is key. Etherington, we talked about her before, watching the pitches and knowing what's going on.
Got the possibility of an infield pop-up, infield fly
infield
right
fly
here.
rolls in place, yep.
Runners at the corners, all bases. Pitch is taken for a ball. Momentum. Mamo has swung over to the red-shirted team. Algona Bulldogs. They're being a Bulldog, hanging on here. The 1-0 pitch. Popped up, foul out of play.
Yeah, we saw
Nicole Schmidt waiting on deck, wants to hit.
Yeah, we saw she didn't have the hold sign there. She had the, you know, the coach has confidence in her. If you see one you like, drive it into the hole, bring in some runs.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Foul down the third base line by Etherington. Is the pressure more on the hitter in this location with your club down by 3 and you got bases loaded, or is it on the pitcher? Maybe it's equal.
It's on the hitter to protect here, 1 and 2.
Which the pitch is coming now. The delivery by Timmons. Smash.
In the hole.
Left center field. 1 run is in. Here comes a second. They're going to hold the runner at third. A 2-run double for Cameron Etherington. Extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service.
Wow,
there's your hit.
You got to see the confidence the coach has in Etherington. 1-0, you know, and you might say, well, sit back on that, and she gets, but no. Told her if you get a pitch to hit, she fouled that one off. Did it again, 1-1, boom, pops it out there, gets the double, and we got a 1-run ball game here with the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second, 1 out.
1 out, that's the key factor for Algona. They're going to do the intentional walk here to Nicole Schmidt. So that loads them up. That sets up the defensive situation. You got to force it any base now. And the infield fly still in effect.
And you bring up Lillian Etherington, what's she done today?
Struck out and fouled out to third.
Right out, you know. So you go down to that batter who now it's on little sis to come through here, the 8th grader, after her sister. Bail him out. Here's a high fly. Is it deep enough?
Infield fly. Batter's out. Fly. Yep. Easily playable by the infielder. That's the second out. It's going to be quite a finish.
Yep.
Because Algona is down to their number 6 hitter. So they would have 7, 8, and 9 coming up in the 7th if needed. and a couple of those have gotten on base.
The credit Lillian Etherington there. She put the ball in play maybe a little deeper, and it's trouble, and that runner can tag at third.
That's correct. Out into short left field. It wouldn't have been the infield fly, automatic out.
Still trouble for Assumption here because a base knock ties this up.
Or the lead. Lily Elsbecker grounds it to third. Gloved. Throw across the diamond. Salmon makes a nice play. Thrown to Jeviak. 5-3 on the putout.
But a big inning for Algona as they get on the board with 2.
8 batters to the plate, and in a total of 2 base hits, no errors, and we leave 3. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 3-2 Davenport Assumption lead. You're watching 2019 Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
Mid-American Energy and you.
Danielson from Kruger Seeds Field, bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 1-run game. Assumption had been in seeming command up until the top of the inning as Algona put up 2 runs on the board by the Bulldogs.
You'll see, this is an Assumption. How will they respond? 2-time defending state champion.
Correct.
They gave up a couple runs, but they still lead, and this is a case where they could, if they respond.
Jeviak is the batter, the first baseman. Gracie has fouled out to third and flied to right. Now a lineup being checked by the coach. As we have a pinch hitter. Jeviak, no. She stands in now, crowding the plate on that inside batter's box line, Dar. You see that?
Yeah.
Going to try to move the ball outside from Etherington, who comes inside. Jeviak, foul out of play. Oh, a fan down the line, dropped it. How could he?
Yeah, but then they picked it up and they get the chicken sandwich or the boneless chicken wings.
They were actually fighting over that ball. I think there were 2 or 3 of them out there. So here's the next delivery to Jeviak. Here's a grounder. Back to the pitcher, the throw to first. In time, Etherington to Elsbecker for the putout. This would be a momentum keeper.
Yeah.
For Algona.
Yeah, if they can shut them down.
1, 2, 3.
Come into the top of the 7th, and you got a chance to
tie
it or take the lead and then force them to try to win it in the bottom of the inning.
Carly Salmon, 0 for 2 on the day. Flying to center, flying to left. Up for her 3rd time against Cameron Etherington. Etherington, over the last 3+ innings, has only surrendered 2 hits. First pitch is a strike called. So she's toughened up her game. And Lillian behind the plate. Lillian Etherington has kind of got on to what's working and what's not working for her sister Cameron. Here's the pitch. Just out.
Outside, a little high, making her look at it. Low and then up another step on the ladder.
1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Algona trailing by a run to Davenport Assumption, 3-2.
Oh. Fooled her there on the, pulled the string on that one a little bit.
Everybody was expecting the fastball and got the butterfly coming up there.
Even the crowd like, oh.
They were ready to make the call. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This could be the pitch of the game. Going outside. Takes the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Allie Timmons, the Assumption pitcher, waits on deck. Practically no breeze at all. The flags and the banners.
Everything's calmed down here with the sun going down.
So that won't have any impact on anything hit here. The pitch. Ooh. That was right at you, Dar.
That was coming in hard.
He had it. He had it right there. He's buying donuts. We can't have him hurt his hands. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs on 3 hits for Algona. 3 runs on 7 hits for Assumption. Here comes the big pitch. Fair ball. Down the line. Got a piece of it. And being held at first, Carly Salmon.
That's what I'm talking about, the experience. Carly Salmon hanging in there, battling, and she gets on.
She went right on the line, too. Allie Timmons waiting on deck. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here for
Lauren
Timmons.
Lakin looks like, or Loken.
Loken. You're going to pinch hit for Allie Timmons. Because right now, if you're the Assumption coach, you've got to get that runner from first around and score it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Loken. Our substitute of Loken is being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. First pitch. Did she go? No. And they throw to first. The runner on her way to second.
Got her!
Out. That goes 1, 2, 3, 6. That's a big play for Algona.
Yeah, perfect strike from the first baseman over there.
Loken at the plate had taken the pitch. Salmon got kind of a delayed start, it looked like.
It looked like she was on her way there, but Elsbecker turned and fired, and
a pitch looped out to left, and it drops in for a hit down the left field line all the way to the fence. And here comes
bringing her to third.
The runner headed for third at
no
triple.
Throw. How big is that play at second, though? Because you're talking another run.
Awfully big.
Here.
A triple to left by Loken.
Which should have bumped it back up to a 2-run lead now. As it is, though, you still got
we have another substitution.
Third.
Well, extra base hits, fans, during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Now we'll wait and see what offensive wheels are turning. Number 32, Sydney Rowe, looks like she is going to pinch hit here for Paige Madden.
Yeah, a little bit of strategy going on here. Ron Farrell bringing in pinch hitter here off the bench.
Substitutions, pinch hitters are substitutes, right?
Yep.
Brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Starts her outside and high.
So back-to-back pinch hitters here as momentum is trying to be regained on the part of Davenport Assumption. Emma Johnson waits on deck. Insurance is down at third. And that's a little ironic. Ooh, launch angle was high on that one, fouled over the backstop. Out by the concession stand.
And that's got to be tough coming in off the bench late, but you got to know the coach has confidence in you if he's putting you in a key tight game situation here. Expecting to come in and drive one.
She's probably been in this situation before, although Assumption probably hasn't been challenged all that much if you look at their line scores. Here's the pitch into the dirt, swing and a miss. Oh, a little bit anxious.
Yeah, that change got her there.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Fans getting rowdy.
Look for something maybe out of the zone here somewhere to get her reaching at it.
I'm going to look for a changeup.
That change, yeah. She threw it there, dropped off a little bit. We'll see what she comes with here.
Sydney Rowe awaits the pitch from Cameron Etherington. The pitch Down at the knees, but it's out of play. First baseline foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So that one made her just kind of go down and get it, maybe thinking a ground ball here.
Knapp, the right fielder, had a good reaction on that. She was near the foul line when that ball went over the fence, so she was ready for something hit her direction. Rowe has fouled it off also to the right over our heads. Etherington with an inside pitch. Got her on the swing, was in the dirt. That goes as a strikeout, and the putout goes 2-3.
Etherington said no to the first pitch there and then got something she wanted, and that was that outside, kind of change that dropped, or curve that dropped off on the edge.
No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as we have completed 6 innings here at the Kruger Seeds Field. Lance Reno along with Dar Danielson, and it's the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
As we are back, Dart Anderson along with Lance Reno at Kruger Seeds Field. Dusk settling in. Top of the 7th. Davenport Assumption trying to settle into a 3-2 win here.
Bulldogs have put themselves from Algona into position here.
Top of the 7th. Timmons. First pitch swung on, grounded, and at first base. It's an awfully close play, and the call goes for the out. Shortstop Yoder to Javiak just in time. That was a bang-bang play.
Groen got out of the box, in a hurry, but great play to throw her out.
Morgan Erpelding with 1 out, batting here for Algona, down a run, top of the 7th. Allie Timmons trying to get it back up, popped up, foul territory, running catch. Did she hang on?
Yep,
she did. Super play by Salmon, lunging there at third base.
Came down and the glove hit on the field, but she kept it squeezed.
Kept it closed.
Squeezed that tight. It didn't pop out of there. And the umpire right there to see if it popped out at all, and no. Great play.
So you can look at it one of 2 ways here. Algona's 1 out away from getting a runner on base. Assumption 1 out away from advancing to the semifinals. The pitch from Timmons. Outside to the number 9 hitter, Emma Elsbacher. She has struck out and popped to third. Big catch there by Salmon because it would have allowed Erpelding to prolong her at bat. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll soon be moving to the bewitching hour. This is the final game on the Kruger Seeds Field for the day. They start again at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. You'll be able to see those on the streaming all tournament long. Next pitch is up. Swung on and missed for a strike.
11 o'clock, Eliza Muscatine and Mount Vernon. And then
11:30.
11:30.
Over on the other diamond, right? Here's a swing and a miss.
And
it is a 6-5 game. 5-5 Albia in the 6th inning on the other diamond. Right here, we could be 1 strike away from the game being over. Here's a foul tip out to the left. Salmon's not able to make a play on this one as it goes right into the fence of the dugout. Albia 5-5 over there. Close games today.
Yeah.
And the top-seeded teams have struggled just a little bit.
West Liberty and Trader in that 11:30 matchup.
The pitch. Strike 3 called
out.
Game over. A 1-2-3 inning by Timmons and the Assumption defense. And they advance to the semifinals with the win here.
And well, for Algona,
yep,
a good tournament debut, a 3-2 loss to the two-time defending champion. This may have been the best thing in the world for Davenport Assumption as they get challenged here, come right out and they're challenged in this first matchup. And, you know it's going to be a battle, but when you come out in that first game, instead of a rollover, it's a boom. You get challenged, and that might be the best thing for them.
Okay, recap this. What was the key, Dar?
Just more plays by Assumption when they needed them. They came through. Algona maybe woke up a little bit too late with the bats and getting, the runs in. If they get a few more earlier, then it might be a little easier for them. But Assumption, again, shows why they two-time defending state champions. And Algona, you got to tip the cap to them. A good state tournament debut and a lot of underclassmen there. I'm sure we'll see them again down here sometime soon.
Allie Timmons, the winning pitcher, goes to 30-0 on the year. She allowed only 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 12 by my book as the leading hitter for Algona as they rallied in the 6th inning. They got Hartjes, Hinches, and Erpring to score on the big hit by Etherington that drove in the 2 runs. For Assumption, basically the first inning made the way. The first 2 batters get on and they score. Then the winning run, what turns out to be Emma Johnson, who got on with a single in the bottom of the 2nd and was able to score after a stolen base and being driven home by Leah Nelson with her base hit. Cameron Ethington takes the loss. She goes to 13-9 on the year. Davenport Assumption advances to the semifinals. Algona 17-11. Davenport Assumption goes to 39-2. And that's going to do it for our broadcast on behalf of Dar Danielson and our producers and everybody here, all of us in Fort Dodge. I'm Lance Reno signing off from the 2019